Live from Eyewitness News, special coverage now in Campaign 2012.
Welcome to our Campaign 2012 coverage, and the results are coming in, and a lot of the races have already been decided.
That's right, and we're ready to declare Congressman David Cicilline the winner in U.S. House District 1 race over his challenger Brendan Doherty at 43%, David Vogel coming in at 6%. David Cicilline, again, the projected winner by WPRI.
And we projected earlier that Senator Sheldon Whitehouse would be going back to Washington. Let's go live to the Biltmore Hotel in downtown Providence to listen to Senator Whitehouse.
Very, very much. In the past 6 years representing Rhode Island in the Senate, I've really tried to listen to the stories of people here in Rhode Island. People like Amanda and Keith and their son Ryan. Little Ryan is about 4 years old, and he has a very rare and a very serious illness. He's actually tonight in the hospital undergoing emergency surgery, and my thoughts and prayers go out to Amanda and Keith as they worry over their son, Ryan. Ryan and Amanda and Keith would have looked forward to a future of lifetime coverage caps for insurance. They would have looked forward to denial of insurance outright for Ryan's pre-existing condition. The situation for Amanda and Keith was not a happy one. Except for one thing. One day after Ryan was born, President Obama signed the new health care law. So now for all the worries that we can't help Amanda and Keith with, we can help with one. They can always have peace of mind of knowing that Ryan will be able to have access to health insurance. And I was proud to help pass that law for Amanda and Keith and Ryan and thousands of Rhode Islanders who are already seeing the benefit of that law. I remember hearing from Diane in Cranston, who is disabled and whose husband is out of work. If I didn't have Medicare, I don't know what I would do. Jackie in Bristol has earned her way into Social Security and Medicare all her life, and she wouldn't be able to stay in her home without Medicare and Social Security benefits. These are the Rhode Islanders that I'm thinking about when I go to Washington and fight to protect Medicare and fight to protect Social Security. Medicare, Social Security, Pell Grants, these are the mainstays of our American middle class, and in Washington, I will fight to defend them to my last breath. Now, we all know that times are still very tough for the 60,000 people still out of work in this state. Rhode Island was hit harder than most by the Great Recession, and recovery has been painfully, agonizingly slow. So for that reason, job number one for me remains to get our economy back on track, supporting infrastructure, supporting manufacturing, supporting innovation, supporting the key pillars of our Rhode Island economy. As this election concludes and we begin again to look forward, I want to pledge to all of you that I will devote my efforts to securing a straight deal for the American middle class, where everybody has a fair shot and we all play by the same rules together. First and foremost, a straight deal means putting an end to special deals for special
For those of
interests.
you watching us on WPRI 12, we now rejoin CBS network coverage of the election.
But you can find us on our sister station, Fox Providence, for coverage at 10 o'clock.
And we rejoin Rhode Island Senator Sheldon Whitehouse. He is the winner in his race against Barry Hinckley. He is live at the podium at the Biltmore Hotel in Providence.
Does anyone here think that it is right for wealthy investors with special tax provisions to pay a lower tax rate than a police officer or a plumber or a package truck delivery driver? Does anyone here think that climate change is a hoax and polluters should have a free ride? And does anyone think that the big corporations, the billionaires, the super PACs should be allowed to pollute our elections with unlimited secret money? Well, I agree with you. And that's why I will keep fighting to end the tax giveaways to big oil, pass the Buffett rule to make sure millionaires and billionaires pay a fair share of their taxes, fight carbon pollution, and pass the Disclose Act to get that secret money out of our campaigns. Let me close by saying this. It breaks my heart to hear middle-class Rhode Islanders say that they feel like their American dream is slipping away from them. I want to fight to make sure that we protect that American sense that we are all in this together. Because in the end, that's what America is all about. The Great Seal of the United States says on it, "E pluribus unum," out of many, one. That is one of the founding ideals of America. But not everyone adheres to that creed. My dad had a phrase that he used to use about people who just looked after themselves. He'd say they're the...
Campaign 2012 coverage continues on Fox Providence on CBS. We're going to send you back to the CBS Evening News. They will continue our election coverage with the presidential race. We'll be back on WPRI 12 at 11 o'clock. But right now you're watching Campaign 2012 coverage on Fox Providence. That's Rhode Island Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, an easy winner today against Barry Hinckley. It's his acceptance speech, victory speech tonight. And
absolutely. And Sheldon Whitehouse really had a campaign machine in full force. He, outspent, raised so much more money, almost twice as much money as Barry Hinckley. And Hinckley said he was just sort of glad to get on the map and for people to know who he was.
And his theme right here in his victory speech is middle-class Americans. He will not forget about them, and the whole health care system, too. So Sheldon Whitehouse will be going back to Washington again, the junior senator from the state of Rhode Island. Of course, we have all your coverage tonight. We have a lot of winners already declared, so please stay with us. We will tell you who won and who lost, if it was a good night for the Democratic Party or the Republican Party.
That's right.